Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Dark Times with the freaky little twink named Dark Match Steve. That's me. Welcome. Come on in. Take your clothes off. Lube yourselves up. We're going in raw tonight. You heard it right. I didn't stutter. What's up, lovers? Welcome. Happy Monday. I hope you made it through your day of work. Well, my cat is in heat, so you may be hearing some like strange, scary howling noises. You get that for free. That's just an added bonus tonight. My cat in heat. The cat's just going around like, fuck me! Fuck me! Something fuck me, please! She's backing her little cat pussy up to my brother's dog. And then I have a male cat that's neutered. And that kind of distracts her for a little bit. She shuts up when I let him come in the house. But then he gets fucking annoyed of her and he leaves. And then as soon as he goes back outside, she just starts up with the, somebody fuck me! So that's what I'm dealing with. I have to lock her in the spare bedroom. And, when I put earplugs in, I can't really hear her at night. So that is my life. I'm allergic to cats, but I feel bad for them when I see a little kitten stray. Flea-bitten little motherfuckers. All right, guys, so what are we getting into tonight? The tariff terror and other things to freak out over. That's what we're getting into. Got a few different things to look at. I'm barely going to touch on the tariff shit. I mean, at this point, no one knows exactly what the fuck's going to happen. Sounds like prices of some shit is going to go up. And it might suck for the short term. Long term, it's possible that it could work out well for us. But, it's a toss-up. I don't know if I would say I'm having faith, but I'm having hope that this might actually turn out all right. But one thing I did save is very interesting, guys. We can talk about different politicians flip-flopping on whatever the fuck. And, some people, through their political career, they will take, hard stances on some things and then change their minds and flip parties and do all kinds of shit that it seems like they are either, being hypocritical, or they're getting paid to take whatever position. They're getting donations or whatever the fuck, and they have conflicts of interest, and so they change their positions on certain things. We're going to look at an old video of Trump, which I don't know. I have seen this video. I haven't seen it recently presented, in context of what's going on right now. So we'll get into this shit, but it is a funny little, it's a funny little clip of Trump from, I think it was over, what do they say? It's like 13 years ago, I think, something like that, where he's talking about tariffs. And you'll see why. You guys are all, a lot of people probably have seen this clip, but you didn't really pay attention to it as something about tariffs, because it was the reason people shared this clip before all this tariff bullshit happened. People were sharing it before because it's funny, because it's Trump talking, and it's one of the times when he cusses and he makes, he's just being classic Trump. He's being kind of funny. So we'll take a look at that. And there's a few other things I saved that we can get to. Fucking, let me get to the chat, say hello to everybody trickling in here, and then we'll get started. Lovers. Hold on. Before I even get to the chat, let me check. Yeah, I've definitely about 3/4 his right now for the chat, and I'm not even in here. So it's going to be big boners tonight. I hope you guys are ready for big boners, big chat boners. Bob Cook, welcome, sir. Hope my boner talk doesn't scare you off. Welcome, welcome. Stacy G, you wouldn't be in here first if that was a problem for you, I guess. Comes with the territory, right, Bob? Stacy G, Michael Earl, DMS, sup, yo. Thomas Gilson, what's up, guys? Thanks for coming to hang. Big E's up in here, the fat pig. The fat pig, I'll probably talk about the thing you messaged me about. Let me get through some of this. Well, not tonight. I think it will be either tomorrow or the next night. We can get into some of that because I have seen some cool videos on that. We'll take a look at it together and talk about it, and possibly relate that to something that actually affects us here in the US and or Florida. So yeah, well, I will probably touch on that this week. Thank you, Fat Pig. I appreciate for you sending me the idea. Jolly Holly's up in here. What's up? Eat more. What's up, family? Thank you guys for coming to hang. What's up? Sorry, guys. Kind of moving slow in the chat. I got a big boner right now. Pedro the pool guy. Did you come here strictly for my boner? I'm just kidding. What's up, lover? How's it going? Scooter. Speaking of how's it going, here's Scooter going. What's up, family? Bro, what's up? Thanks for coming to hang with us. How you doing, bro? Rainy's in here, slinging houses while wearing blouses. Welcome. Adam Wiley. What's up? Yeah, guys, I don't know if you've seen the recent Kanye West stuff. I will probably bring up some of that, but I'm kind of scared to play it on here. I guess I can, but I have to be careful with it. But Kanye West has been supposedly releasing these really naughty tracks. He's been releasing some music, but luckily it plays right into the theme of my latest parody about Kanye West being anti-Semitic. Guys, my Kanye West parody on Twitter has I think it's around 50,000 interactions, views, whatever it is. That thing is actually doing quite well on Twitter. Johnny Fradley's in here. Let me get to the bottom of the chat and we'll get started, guys. Hold on. Let me just say hey to everybody at least once. Get down here. Fuck yeah, Scooter. I'm happy to see you, bro. I hope you're doing well. Dutch Duke, what's up, lover? Cuzzo, working a lot. Not like what the doctor's telling you. What they're telling you not to work as much. Yeah, guys, I've been working a lot. I work at this. I have a new, new-ish job. I've been working a lot. It was supposed to be just a few days a week, but then as soon as I started, the other designer at this flower shop, I'm a floral designer, but the other designer had to take some time off, and it's been like 3 weeks. So I've been working full time at the shop. And I know it doesn't, most people are probably like, oh, boo hoo hoo, you have to work at a flower shop playing with fucking daisies all day. That must be really rough. It is a lot, it's a lot more difficult than it sounds. And not to mention, it's besides, I do like working with the flowers and doing floral stuff, but dude, creative work is, at least for me, I don't know, maybe I take the creative process too seriously or something. But being creative is not just like an ever overflowing cup or something. Like I don't know how to explain it. Being creative, it takes energy, it takes a little something out of you. And but then also this guy, the owners of the shop, I'm just not used to the shops that I've worked at. Really haven't been at least one of the ones I worked at before wasn't that busy. And then the other one I worked at, of the main places that I worked at, they used to get really expensive funeral work, and it wasn't so like you have to be so fucking fast paced. It's we get arrangements, it'll be one piece that's like 300 some $400. So I can sit there and take 45 minutes or an hour on it because it has to get so much shit, and it'll be a big fucking casket spray. So that's kind of like what I was trained on, not getting orders that are like $45, $50 and you just have to fucking jam shit in the vases and move on to the next one. Just like, I'm not used to it, but I'm getting used to it. And these guys do a lot of events and stuff too. It's a really nice shop to work at, but I'm not used to having to hustle in this way and not nitpick stuff as much. So anyway, but they do get expensive orders, but it's just not, I get rushed a lot, and not that it's uncalled for, because I want them to make money, but yeah, anyway, I'm getting used to it, but it does wear me out. So yeah, anyways, guys, the fucking my Kanye West song. Let me bring up one of these clips. I didn't even have this planned to get into. Let me see. Let me see 1 second, guys, because notifications. Hold on. I'm trying to. Where is the. Oh, okay. Hold on, guys. All right. So check this out. Let me bring you guys over to the Twitter now that I know we're in a safe spot, because you never know. You gotta pull up your stuff ahead of time for Twitter before you just go screen sharing. Because look, guys, if I wanted to show you guys some cock and balls on the stream, it'll be mine, not some random thing I scroll past, okay? All right, so here is. Do you guys hear my cat? Is that messing up the stream? Can you guys hear my cat? I know I got a little bit of a delay, but can you guys hear the fucking cat? Am I going to have to euthanize this cat? No, you can't hear the cat? Okay. So it'll just distract me for the whole stream. That's fine. I hear nothing. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. Sniz, what's up, fam? Did I say hi to you earlier, Sniz? I'm all over the place today. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming to hang. All right, so here's this clip. I guess these are real. Bro, I don't know, like, I don't know shit about this. Let me just say, I don't know who made this track, who whatever. This is being shared, though. I haven't looked into this, okay, to fact check who's making these tracks. I don't care. All I know is that these clips are circulating of Kanye West's new song, and this is the title here. I don't think I want to even say this out loud. Can you see this? His it Lizer. Okay? Which is a very bad thing to say. We don't agree with this. But these clips that are going around here, I'll play the track for you, I guess. It's not, you know. Oh my god. This is so wild. Guys, this fucking track. I kind of like it. I mean, it's bad. It's bad, guys. This is really bad, but oh, this is the white boy jam of the summer, guys. Oh my god. Oh. All my aunts, Nazis. Oh god, I'm not even allowed to sing this. I'm not even allowed to sing this. Only person that could actually get away with publicly singing along to this would be one of those black Israelites. Those guys you see in New York City where they tell white people to lick their boots. They could get away with this. They could sing this song and be like, no, we are the real Jews and I'm black. I can say all these words. That's why I wish I was black and Jewish. Yeah, so I don't think this is some AI video. I think this is real. But anyway, this is this. Very bad song, Kanye West. I don't like this. I don't like this song, sir. You crossed the line. So anyway, what do I do when I see these clips going, you know, at least somewhat viral on Twitter? I tag my song in here. Check this out. Just on this post where I retweeted it here, I have 10.9 views, 10.9K views. Just on that post. And I guess they minus that in with my original post, which let me drop Twitter here and get back to my page. Again, I don't want to show you guys something bad on Twitter that I would get in trouble for showing on some other platform. All my aunts, Nazis, something. Bro, look at guys. Guys, have I made it? Look at this. Look. 42.5K views. Bro, people have been reposting this. There's 3 different posts, I think, 3 different tweets that had these clips of Kanye playing his new very naughty track. And I tagged my tweet on each of these tweets, and my shit is blowing up. This isn't viral, but it's going around, guys. 42.5. 42.5. That is not bad at all. Look at all the fucking, hold on. Let me drop Twitter again. I'm scared, guys. I'm scared. Sorry. Let me get to where I need to go and then I'll show you, okay? Look, guys, look. I'll bring it right back. See? I got a bunch of people retweeting it. People responding. My new jam. So clever. It's the perfect name. This goes crazy. People reposting it and stuff. Bro, this lady popped at my Yeva Braun line. Yeva Braun, LMFAO. See, people on Twitter fucking know how to appreciate good art. Or at least maybe that's not necessarily the case, but at least they don't, people aren't so fucking triggered that they're like, look, no one, I won't laugh at this, but you know what? Neither should anybody else. So let's get this deleted. That's fucking insane, guys. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. I almost have 50K views. My tiny little Twitter page. You have to smash your own buttons? What do you mean? Yeva Braun is the best line. Thank you, thank you. No, it is so funny, guys. When I thought of that, I was like, oh! I made a face like that. I was like, fucking Yeva Braun. Thank you, Rainey. Thank you. Eat more. Take a moment and smell yourself. Smells like 50K views on Twitter. That's what that smells like. Easily one of the best lines of all time. No, guys, that is such a good, just the whole context of everything. The fact that he was calling himself Yadolf Hitler, and then I called him Yeva Braun. It's just too good, guys. And the rhyming is just so good. It just turned out so good. I'm so happy with it. And I was so scared to do it. And I'm still kind of scared that I did it. That one, the way that ages really, it's a toss up. I could get 100 some whatever million views on it, but end up having my bank account shut down or something. I don't know if you call that a win. I don't know. But anyway, fuck it. Scott Starbird, thank you, sir, for all the support on Twitter. I see you hitting the like and stuff. Oh, Grano Reaper's in here. What's up, Famalam? Don't be scared. Us libs feed off of fear. Oh, fuck. Thank you, sir. All my ends, Nazis, new. Oh, I almost said it. I said, nah. Look, it's catchy. I don't like the lyrics. They're terrible. Those are terrible lyrics, but it's catchy. Just the beat and stuff. All my ends. H. Oh, fuck. I can't even sing that song at all. Guys, right when I get off stream, I'm gonna sing along to that song. I hope you guys don't mind. All right, where are we going from here? Let's get right to the tariff shit. So Alex Jones posted this video, and we'll keep it right here on Twitter. Let me just find it before I take you guys there. Bro, Kanye is lit, guys. What the fuck, man? Is this it? Okay. Here we go, guys. I found it. Oh yeah, Grando Reaper. I'm one of those self-hating libs trying to convert DMS. Good luck to everybody trying to convert me. Good luck. It's not impossible. That's impossible. Convert me to liking women. That, you're just wasting your time. I'm flexible with the politics, not my sexuality. Okay, let me bring you guys here. So this is, let me show you the tweet. Right here, flashback. More than a decade ago, Trump had the exact same tariff plan to end one-sided trade deals with China and others. So this is, at least, like I was saying, this is a good example of, there's other examples too, where you look back at some fucking bullshit Trump said when he was just a celebrity slash businessman or whatever the fuck, and he seems to at least sort of have the same values in some, in reference to some subjects.
Somebody said, well, what would you do? What can you do? So easy. I drop a 25% tax on China. And, you know, I said to somebody that is really the messenger. The messenger is important. I could have one man say, we're going to tax you 25%. And I could say another, listen, you mother, we're going to tax you 25%.
Here's Trump 13 years.
Bro, so that's the clip right there. You guys may actually remember that. You may have seen it before. I didn't remember that I had seen this because, of course, really the reason people were sharing this before was because it was just funny to watch Trump talk like that and be real. And but now it's making the rounds again. Let's see what Jones has to say about it.
Years ago, even before his first term, saying exactly what he would do to China. And then, of course, he always has said, what I want is free, open trade and no tariffs. That's what we're trying to get. Some will do that. Some won't. If you won't, we will put giant tariffs on you, and that's fine. We'll make whatever it is you're making here, we'll make it better. Well, if you're looking for adventure, you got it. Yeah, we're not paralyzed anymore. And we got one hell of a leader.
Guys, you know, this, I won't fucking lie. Look, the tariff stuff does scare me. I'm scared. I'm not rich. I don't make a lot of fucking money. I work my ass off and I get by. And I'm not like suffering, struggling bad, but it's like, you know, I have to fucking work. I can't take a bunch of time off. I can't do whatever the fuck I want to do. I have to hustle. And, you know, things are fucking expensive enough. This could really suck for a little bit. But I just, guys, I don't know. Besides some lefties sort of just presenting this as if Trump is just going to cause more problems for the country. And, oh, things were expensive before. Just wait till you see when Trump puts the fucking tariffs in. Like, you know, that's like really the extent of the left-wing argumentation that I hear a lot. And okay, this isn't something I've like dug into. I haven't listened to Destiny break down all of the ins and outs of why he thinks the tariffs are a bad idea and all that shit. But it just seems only fair. All of these other fucking countries tariff the fuck out of our shit. We don't sell shit in other countries. Everything's fucking marked up. You know, it may be, unfortunately, a sign of our weakness economically as a country, the fact that we can't just go, so what? Every other country taxes our exports that go to them. So, but whatever, we're America, we're stronger, so we'll just take a fucking beating and keep taking the beating until everything here is completely unaffordable. It may be a sign of our weakened economic state, but that's fine if we actually fix some of the problems here.
Who literally does not give a rat's ass what the globalists say or do, what the corporate media says or does. This is the attitude that for decades I've said we all need. I could care less what the corporate media says. I could care less what the corporate media does. They live in their own fantasy land. They have almost no viewers. They're a pack of liars. And Trump's got to the point where he doesn't even respond to most of their lies anymore. He'll respond to Congress people. He'll respond to world leaders. But that's basically it. He used to let them keep him off balance by responding to every new lie they put out. And it is so important fundamentally to not.
Well, Hysteric Eric, what's up, family? Thanks for joining us. I don't think I highlighted you before. Grando Reaper, trade deficit does not equal tariff. Well, I know there's I'm not an economic expert, but I know there's other factors that go into it, but I don't think the tariffs that we've applied for these other countries are only like reflective, or at least partly reflective of the tariffs that they have against our goods that are imported to them, that they import, correct? I mean, that's at least what I haven't looked into this a lot, but from what I've heard, the majority of the countries that Trump has applied some tariff to, it's like he put a 50 whatever percentage on American imported goods that go into their country. If say they have a 50%, he applied a 25. Like he does half of the percentage, at least that's what it was or something. But I know there's other factors that go into it. But yeah, in terms of the tariffs, I don't think it's like, from what I've heard, it's not like he's trying to isolate America entirely, like throw fucking tariffs on every imported good so that no country wants to do business with us at all. You know, he could fucking do that and do like a fucking a 200% tax or some bullshit on everyone's shit and just say, we're doing made in America, motherfuckers. Wake up, patriots. Go get to work. 200% tariff on imported goods. We got to start making shit.
Have the establishment that's not going to be the establishment soon in our minds anywhere as an authority figure. You mark it like a restaurant you get food poisoning at to never go there again.
Yeah, Rainey, that's what I've heard. They're still going to negotiate everything. There's other countries that are now coming to the negotiating table. We'll see what the fuck happens. There's a reason Elon is pissed at Peter Navarro. I haven't kept up. I'm not even. I know I've heard the name Peter Navarro. I'm not even familiar with who that is. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm out of the loop with that, Grando Reaper. You're paying attention to something that went over my head. The report Trump referenced should be read. It tells a completely different story than his chart. Oh, okay. Which what was it, the Air Force One interview thing? Which report are you referring to that Trump referenced, Grando?
But instead, with the left and the New World Order, it's like a restaurant they make you eat at. And you get food poisoning every time. You should just drive by it. You start vomiting as a psychosomatic response. So there's some big developments just broke in the trade war. I'm going to get to them in a moment. But first, here's Trump 13 years ago, even before his first term, saying,
is there more to this clip, or are they just going to play the same fucking clip again?
Exactly what he would do to China. And then, of course, he always has said, what I want's free, open trade and no tariffs. That's what we're trying to get. Some will do that. Some won't. If you won't, we will put giant tariffs on you. And that's
okay, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta hit this this thing right here. Be right back. I'm talking 2 seconds. Hold on. Smoke them if you got them, guys. Okay, we're back. hope the price of weed doesn't go up. We grow that here, don't we? Hold on one more second. Oh. Oh shit, Grando, I don't see the don't know if the link went through. I don't see a link. How can I find it? Trump trade deficit report. Oh, hey, what's up, Dan Wazinski over on the Facebook? What's up, Famalam? Thank you guys over on the Facebook for hitting the like button and stuff. I appreciate it. There's a few people over there hit the like button. Adam Wiley, what the fuck, bro? No one knew what I was smoking off screen over here. Guys, I have been, my buddy got gifted a corn cob pipe, and it's pretty nice, bro. He gave him some really good pipe tobacco. Bro, I've been chiefing on that thing. Every time I'm with my buddy, which is pretty much the weekend, on the weekend, we fucking chief that thing. He needs to pack it more, put more in there. I don't know if you're supposed to inhale it or not, but I inhale a little bit. It's too fucking nice, guys. I'm telling you, the stuff that they have in the e-cigarettes, and I imagine the stuff that's in these nicotine toothpicks I use, it's synthetic nicotine. This is not extracted from a tobacco plant or something. And guys, the fucking tobacco that's in cigarettes, the tobacco in cigarettes is fucking disgusting. I don't know what they do to that shit, but it's just, it makes no sense. I don't understand. They must be purposely trying to kill us with the real tobacco from a cigarette, because it smells so fucking disgusting. There's like not much that smells more disgusting that people just interact with than a fucking Marlboro Red or something, or a Newport. That is so fucking nasty. And this pipe tobacco that my buddy uses is just it's so fucking good. It smells good, it tastes good, and the buzz, let me tell you, I don't know if it's a completely different strain of tobacco or what, or it's just because it's higher quality, but the buzz that I get from this tobacco makes me want to not smoke weed and just enjoy the tobacco. It's that good. He packed the pipe and I packed my bowl and we went for a walk. And I normally, when I do tobacco and weed mixed, I like to do tobacco first, get the nicotine, and then do the THC after. It's just a nice mix, and I like to ride the THC the last bit. You know, I like to ride that out at the end. We fucking were hitting this pipe and walking, and I felt so fucking good. I almost was like, bro, let's not even smoke the bowl. I just like this nicotine buzz I got going. Holy fuck, man. Lucky strikes. Dude, I've smoked some of the nastiest. I smoked cigarettes for like a little over 10 years. I started when I was in middle school, and I've smoked all kinds of fucked up shit. I've smoked cigarette butts from ashtrays at the mall. Anyway, let's get back to this.
That's fine. We'll make whatever it is you're making here.
I've done unspeakable things with my mouth.
We'll make it better. And then Elon says everywhere, our goal is to get to zero tariffs and free trade. Oh, God, he broke with Trump. That's not true. You all heard both of them. So this is more of the division they try to engage in. I'm not going to do it again today. Last night I did it where I played clips of Elon saying the goal is to get to zero tariffs and open free global trade. And then Trump saying the exact same thing, and then showing you the headline saying Elon breaks with Trump, wants zero tariffs. He went on to say, out of this process. So you can watch Trump on Oprah Winfrey 40 years ago saying this. You can watch him on C-SPAN in 2012 saying this, and it's like the North Star. You may not agree with how it twinkles some of the time, but at least you know it's always there. You know what it stands for yesterday, today, and tomorrow, just like this broadcast. I couldn't imagine what it's like to be these leftist script readers that are just given new BS to flip-flop on a daily basis. I mean, I have to really believe something. I have to be enthusiastic about it. I have to pore over things. That's why sometimes something breaks and I haven't gotten all the pieces to it yet, and I won't even comment on it. Now, it's pretty rare that I already don't have a bunch of the pieces so I can give a first approximation, but a lot of the time, there'll be some big story breaks, so you won't hear me talk about it because I'm going to spend hours after I get off the air figuring it out. I'm going to make some phone calls. I'm going to see what other people that know more about the issue than I do, what they think, to see if what I'm thinking is right. And usually I was right and I'm proven right, but I don't just jump on things. You know, when I was younger, I was still usually right, but I'd still jump the gun, and that was my big mistakes. Not now. So, do you want something that's like bedrock that'll stand the test of time, or do you build your house on a swamp? Do you build your house on a sandbar? Do you build your house on a fault line? No.
Okay, so Grando Reaper, who is our left-leaning buddy in the chat, are you still in here, Family? Okay, yeah, I see you. Okay. Well, you were in here at least a minute ago. So I believe I found this report. The USTR releases, hold on, 2025 National Trade Estimate Report. So the thing is, though, I don't know I'm not familiar with the clip that you're talking about. Trump referenced this, but he's sort of misrepresenting it, I take it. Okay, let me bring you guys to this page. At least just for a minute. Oh, I don't know if this is this is just talking about the release of it. I guess maybe it. Oh, here. Okay. All right. I guess that's a link to it. Okay. Today, the Office of the United States Trade Representative submitted the 2025 National Trade Estimate to President Trump and Congress. The NTE is an annual report dealing foreign trade barriers faced by U.S. exporters and USTR's efforts to reduce those barriers. No American president in modern history has recognized the wide-ranging and harmful foreign trade barriers American exporters face more than President Trump, said Ambassador Greer. Under his leadership, this administration is working diligently to address these unfair and non-reciprocal practices, helping restore fairness and put hardworking American businesses and workers first in the global market. The findings of the 2025 MTE underscore President Trump's America First trade policy and the president's 2025 trade policy agenda. To read the 2025 NTE, click here. The NTE is an annual report due to the president and Congress by March 31st of each year. USTR works closely with other government agencies and U.S. embassies and solicits comments from the public through a Federal Register notice to prepare the NTE. Okay. Here. Did it take me to another tab? Okay, no, you guys are with me. All right. How many pages are there? Oh, fuck. 397? Acknowledgements. Go fuck yourself. List of acronyms. Okay. Okay, so it has all the fucking countries we trade with in alphabetical order. Uh, Okay, so NTE report classifies foreign trade barriers in 14 categories. These categories cover measures and policies that restrict, prevent, or impede the international exchange of goods and services, U.S. foreign direct investments, or U.S. electronic commerce. Categories covered include import policies, tariffs, import charges, quantitative restrictions, import licensing, custom barriers, shortcomings, technical barriers to trade, unnecessary trade restrictive standards, conformity assessment procedures, technical regulations, sanitary, phytosanitary measures, measures that unnecessarily restrict trade without furthering safety objectives because they are applied beyond the extent necessary to protect human, animal, or plant life or health. Not based on science. Huh. Subsidy, intellectual property protections, service barriers, electronic commerce. Subsidies, including export subsidies. Subsidies contingent on the purchase or use of domestic rather than imported goods. Okay, that makes sense. Anti-competitive practices, government tolerated in anti-competitive conduct of state-owned or private firms that restricts the sale or purchase of U.S. goods, state-owned enterprise. Fuck, let me get back to the chat. I'm sure you've been up in here. God damn, my fucking cat's retarded. You're saying pick a country and compare it to his chart. Well, that's the problem. I didn't see what chart. I'm totally willing to go down this road to fact check Trump. I'm honestly not familiar. I've been so busy, dude. I'm not familiar with what chart he referenced. Let me see if I can find that real quick. This is a video. I'm assuming there's a clip of Trump referencing a chart about trade deficit. Okay, hold on a second. I think let's see. He posted it, I think. I found a fact check article on this. I'm assuming they'll show us. So let's go over to it. We can check this out for a minute. Wait, is this the right? Okay. You guys with me? Okay. All right. So let's just take a read. Oh. Trump's misleading tariff chart. Oh, okay. So this is a prop. This is one of Trump's props. Okay. Well, at least This one he can hold up if someone starts to shoot at him. I'm sure this is made out of fucking Kevlar or something. So when he goes, take a look at this chart, and that triggers a Manchurian candidate, he can just hold the chart up to stop his head from getting blown off. In this Rose Garden announcement of sweeping new reciprocal tariffs, there we go. That's the term that I was looking for earlier, trying to describe the tariffs. President Donald Trump held aloft a misleading chart that claimed to give a breakdown of tariffs other countries charge the U.S. and the corresponding tariff that the U.S. will now impose against those countries. Okay. So they're arguing that the tariffs aren't going to be reciprocal. Now, so I don't know anything about this. I've only read what you just heard me read so far. What I would imagine if I'm, if I'm imagining the way Trump went about this or said whatever and the way he's presenting something, I would guess that what he does with this chart is that there's probably, we saw this, the PDF that we were just looking at that actually was the trade, the annual trade report thing. That line, which I'm glad I read it, this sort of is where I'm like, oh, okay, I just read this. I'm imagining what Trump is doing, if I'm going to guess, is quantifying, even if it's not necessarily Grano Reaper, like you said, it might. Tariffs are not the only cause of trade deficit, right? But I would imagine that these other issues with trade that are mentioned here, restrictions, they said, I don't want to bring you guys back and forth, but the NTE report, this is what we were just reading, classifies foreign trade barriers in 14 categories. So what I would imagine Trump does, if this chart is not representative of actual tariff versus tariff, because it's supposed to be reciprocal, I would imagine that somehow Trump or his team, it probably wasn't Trump, but whoever, Trump's team probably quantified some of these other barriers that might not actually be tariffs. But as I read through all the barriers that they mention here, subsidies, anti-competitive practices, state-owned enterprises, investment barriers, electronic commerce, service barriers, intellectual property, government procurement, all this stuff that we just read through, that they listed the 14 other ways that are trade barriers. This is what I imagine they fucking did, is quantified that. So to the whatever policies that they have on imports, they quantified that to what it would mean as a tariff, or the like, what similar effect or something like that. But we'll read through this and see what it says. So okay, Trump yeah, all right. Reciprocal, that means they do it to us and we do it to them, Trump said in his April 2nd speech. Very simple. Can't get any simpler than that. Trump said the U.S. would begin charging a minimum baseline tariff of 10% on all imported goods. But he said the U.S. would also tariff countries at a rate equal to half of tariff rates that countries charge for U.S. goods, including currency manipulation and trade barriers. Okay, so I wonder if that has something to do with it. He's going to say they manipulate their currency, and so he's adjusting the tariffs for that. I'm sure that has something to do with it. That, according to Trump's chart, would mean tariffs of 50% on imports from some countries. The first column next to the list of countries. Okay, guys, I got to go put the cat in a different room because it won't shut the fuck up. Hey, get in your room. Go to your room. Go. Go. Get in there. Holy fuck. Fucking retard. Can't even read a goddamn trade deficit report. Okay, guys. Did everybody leave? Are you guys still here? Okay. The first column next to the list of countries purported to represent tariffs charged to the USA as a percentage. A cursory look revealed, however, that the percentages are far higher than the average tariff rates published by the World Trade Organization. Smaller print under the tariffs charged heading notes, as Trump did, that the figures include currency manipulation and trade barriers. Guys, holy fuck. How good am I? Dude, I had no idea about any of this. Guys, I'm too good. I'm too good. I was going to say you don't deserve me, but you do, chat. You do, because I love you guys too. But I guessed this. I knew exactly where Trump's head was. I was like, okay, if it's not what the tariffs are, it's these other trade barriers that we just read through this. So they quantified this somehow. This is exactly what happened, guys. This is so funny. I totally did not read this before. This is my first time seeing this article. I'm not saying that it's right or justified. I'm just saying, like, whatever. Anyway, let me blow this up more so you guys can read along if you want to or whatever. I don't know. Currency manipulation and trade barriers. Those last two factors are harder to quantify, but it turns out that that's not how the White House arrived at its figures anyway. Oh, okay. So that's the justification they're giving, but they're saying that that's not. They don't think that that's actually what they did. You see the numbers. The numbers are so disproportionate. They're so unfair, Trump said. According to a fact sheet provided by the Office of the U.S. Trade Representative, the reciprocal tariffs were calculated as the tariff rate necessary to balance bilateral trade deficits between the U.S. and each of our trading partners. This calculation assumes that the persistent trade deficits are due to a combination of tariff and non-tariff factors that prevent trade from balancing. Tariffs work through direct reductions of imports. Okay. So they are arguing that so they're saying this is other factors besides trade barriers. USTR said that while computing trade deficit effects for every country is complex, if not impossible, their combined effects can be proxied by computing the tariff level consistent with driving bilateral trade deficits to zero. To approximate that, USTR said it divided the size of countries' trade imbalances with the U.S. in goods by how much American imports in goods from that nation. Okay. Take the European Union, for example. The chart lists its tariffs charged for the U.S. imports, again, including currency manipulation or trade barriers, as 39%. Trump said the U.S. would charge countries half of what they are charging the U.S. because the charging of the full reciprocal amount would have been tough for a lot of countries. So in the case of the EU, the USA discounted reciprocal tariffs is 20%, the chart states. According to the World Trade Organization, the EU's trade-weighted average tariff rate is 2.7%. Trump also noted that European countries charge a value-added tax of about 20%. It varies by country, but that's roughly accurate. But those taxes are levied on imports as well as domestic production, so the VAT does not provide any trade advantage. In any case, neither of those numbers factor into the White House's math. How does the White House arrive at 39%? In 2024, the U.S. goods trade deficit with the EU was $235.6 billion. That year, the U.S. imported $605.8 billion worth of goods from the EU. So 235.6 divided by 605.8 is 38.9, or rounded up to 39. So they're saying this is the math that they're actually doing, and they're not quantifying other trade barriers. Economists told us that's not a legitimate way to calculate reciprocal tariffs for countries. Those listed numbers are simply not tariffs, but some other made-up measure based on a formulaic trade deficit calculation. Kimberly Clausing, a non-resident senior fellow at the Peterson Institute for International Economics, told us via email. In almost every instance, countries' true trade barriers are far, far lower. Not a legitimate way to calculate trade barriers, and the vast majority of subject matter experts, I would wager more than 99% of international economists would reject this methodology as profoundly flawed. For example, she said, imagine you have completely free trade with an island that produces mangoes but lacks sufficient income to buy U.S. goods. The U.S. buys $100 in mangoes and sends only $20 in exports. This would imply a tariff rate of 40% by the Trump method, 80 out of 100 divided by 2. But the imbalance of the trade represents only the fact of distinct comparative advantage in trade, not any trade barriers. So, okay, I see what they're saying here. Well, so I will say, I mean, if this is actually what they're doing, then yeah, it's not good to represent that as if, because that's exactly where I thought he was going with it, and which they are representing this as if they're adjusting the sorry, I'm skipping around. That they're fucking what was I saying? Yeah, they're quantifying the tariffs based on a bunch of other barriers. They're lumping in all of the trade barriers sort of in this quantified as tariffs category. They're representing it as that, but really they're just doing basic really basic math to come up with some fucking number. So I just imagine, now I'm saying that's not great, but I imagine this, if nothing else, will help, like, you know, like Rainey was saying in the chat, like we've been saying, it'll at least get people to the table to negotiate. And who says we can't have rougher tariffs on imported goods than other countries have on ours? Why not? Fuck it. We're broke. We need the money over here. We need help. No, Grando Reaper, I do appreciate you highlighting that. Do we need to read through more of this? As the New York Times put it, the difference between exports and imports doesn't necessarily reflect trade barriers. Americans may simply want to buy more stuff from, say, Japan than the Japanese want to buy from the United States. Guys, I don't even, so this is the thing. I just don't know, like, this right here. I just, I feel like it's such a weird thing to put it like this. It seems just so unserious to put it that way, right? I mean, people go to the fucking store and they don't know what the fuck they're buying or where it's from half the time, unless you are somebody that is like an extreme MAGA patriot person, probably labeled by the FBI as a terrorist, okay? Unless you're one of those people, you are probably not going and looking like, oh, is this American made? It better be made in America. Oh, that American flag was made in China. Burn it. It's like, no one knows what the fuck they're buying. They just go to the store and they're like, okay, I need a fucking spatula. They have 3 different spatulas made of different shit on Walmart shelf. I'll just grab whatever. You know, it's not like people are consciously, nobody gives a fuck. People are walking around smoking fucking crack with Hunter Biden. They don't know what the fuck they're buying. So just for this to be worded like this, it's like disingenuous. It's like saying, I don't know. It's almost similar to the argument of, go ahead and put poison in McDonald's food. Who cares? People want it. They keep buying it because they want the fucking poison. It's like an argument like that. Like people go to McDonald's because it's fucking convenient and they don't realize how bad it is for them. If people actually realized how bad some of the fucking food in this country is, they wouldn't eat it as much. They definitely wouldn't. But people don't think about it. It's like people that smoke fucking a pack of cigarettes a day and they're just like, yeah, whatever, I'm breathing okay right now. It's I don't know. I don't know. You know, if we tariff the fuck out of these other countries, these imports, it might be better for us. It might be better that you have to pay a little bit more for something and actually give a shit about what you're buying instead of just going to Walmart and getting the cheapest fucking thing. Okay, well, let's go back to the Jones video. I have other shit to get to. We'll thank you though for Grando Reaper for the fact check. I do appreciate it. And you know, I try to play fair over here, guys. You have something you want to check Trump on something. I mean, I'm not afraid to go there. All right.
Well, globalism is a giant fault line designed to suck us down into it, in their own words, to cut off resources incrementally and depopulate us and make us fight over the dwindling resources in the process by increments with new cover stories so the globalists maintain control. The main mission was exposing their operation, exposing them so that when they tried their horrible austerity and feudalism, people would know it was them. It would form a giant resistance to it. We could defeat them and then catapult our American system 2.0 into preeminence.
This is exactly what I was saying.
It's happening. So part of me is beyond pleased and satisfied, but then our toehold is somewhat precarious. We've got some traction, but not enough. And we could slide back into doom. So the suspense.
Sniz, it's okay. Don't start fighting with Grando Reaper. It's all right, okay? I think this is gonna work out. I do. I have high hopes. I mean, I'm not feeling like a betting man on any of this stuff, but I have high hopes.
The concern, the urgency is just intense. And, you know, I should be happy for friends and family and others that are great people and smart, but they still have that happy, carefree jolliness. And it makes me angry, not at them, just angry in general. But I understand. I was once more carefree, nothing like other people. I've always been very serious. I can screw around and tell jokes as good as anybody. But when it comes to real issues, I've always been
I'm kind of retarded.
Very serious person. And as I get older, I just can't stand people that aren't serious. It's not them I can't stand. It's just that they don't know how they're on the edge. Then I see Trump, who has the urgency, and Elon that has the. I mean, Elon's gone from serious to just outright, you know, whole new look on that guy's face. Very grave. Because he can see that we're winning, but just barely. And again, you're like, well, wait, Alex, you said the globals are defeated. No, they'll never get their plan done now. That's done. This is very important distinction. I know I make it every hour because this is the big ball game we're in here of life. They're beaten, but they can claw us into their grave with them. And they're grabbing at our legs and trying to pull us in right now. And we need everybody to be awake of that, or some of us, perhaps all of us, are going to get pulled down in there with them. You think blue cities are bad now?
Yes.
Societies that don't care about civilization, they don't realize how hard it is to have one, are hellholes. Are you-know-what holes, SH-T holes.
Well, you know, I mean, hopefully it's like Elon Musk, the way Alex Jones laid out this quote at the beginning. Snizzook said, I can see clearly now the tariffs are gone. Dude, that's what, like Elon Musk said, that's what we hope to get to is no tariffs, free trade, the whole planet, everybody just fucking sell each other bullshit.
And a lot of people have this weird kleptocratic instinct to just steal as much wealth as they can so they can hopefully go hide somewhere from it. That is not.
That's actually, that sounds like it could be cool. I'd kill for a reboot of Jerry Springer with Alex Jones as the host. I'd like him to just fight the guests. The fucking trailer trash that comes on the show. Just want Alex Jones to bark at them and fight them. Arr!
That is not the model. And you could do that 500 years ago in your castle and keep the people, down the road poor and have your military force to keep them in line. And you could survive for a while. There was always some other military force, some other warlord coming to, burn you out and carry your women off over their shoulders. That's conquest. We need to move away from that into Renaissance, as I keep saying.
All right, that's enough. That's enough of Alex Jones there. It's been fun. All right, where's this? So, am I gonna be able to find this? Hold up. Dag nabbit. Hold on. I thought I had something saved in a different spot, guys. Let me see what happened here. Oh, did I repost it? I swear to God, guys, I save stuff in certain places and oh wait, here we go. Oh no, hold on. We'll play this first. Hold on. We'll go to this. Let me bring you guys back.
What's Donald Trump doing that we're protesting?
Well, he is fucking up the American democracy right now and trying to.
Okay, so right off the bat, I have not watched this. I just thought this. I saw it was a guy, and he asked this guy, "What's Trump doing wrong?" Da da da. And I was like, let's take a look at this on the stream. Some protesters getting interviewed at a thing. Let's see where this goes because this has been interesting. I saved an Alex Stein clip too. Our buddy Alex Stein went out and talked to some protesters as well. And so I was like, okay, let's see what they say. Right off the bat, let's start it over. We're 9 seconds in. Unfortunately, you can tell this person is lost. And it only took a few words. Because let me tell you, if I got my ass out of bed and went out to a protest with my free time, I don't know what other people's time is worth to them, but with my free time, if I went all the way out to a protest and someone came up and asked me this question, you wouldn't be able to shut me up. I would just be going on and on. I would have my points laid out. If I fucking went to whatever about, maybe I went to protest the I was trying to Hogan up the CDC. No, but guys, yeah, if I went out to protest the vaccines or something, and someone came up to me, oh, what do you think is wrong with whatever that they've done with the vaccines? You think you're a doctor? I would be ready to just rattle off. I came out to fucking make my voice heard. Someone please come up to me with the mic and a camera, please. But right off the bat, he asked this person, so what do you hate that Trump has done? And then they're just like, well, clearly Donald Trump is like fucking up the democracy. Lost. You're lost. You don't even know where. You don't even know what street corner you're on. Jesus Christ.
What are we protesting today?
Donald Trump.
What's Donald Trump doing that we're protesting?
Well, he is fucking up the American democracy right now and trying to kind of repeal a bunch of shit in the Constitution, like, you know, rights and...
Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay.
liberties. So
Is there anything in specific that he's...
I don't have all the information, but I do know.
What are you against?
Personally, I'm against tyrants. I'm against tyranny.
Keep it vague. Keep it very vague. Safe. That's a safe play, buddy. Good job.
That's what I'm against.
What is that?
Somebody who's coming in and trying to take over the country and get
Oh, dear God.
rid of the rules and regulations that have existed for centuries to keep us citizens.
No, guys, don't get me wrong. I get it. You could go to a pro-Trump thing, and you could find a dime a dozen probably of Trump supporters that would sound like this. They don't know where they are either, but it's just, you know, either way. This is interesting. I don't know if I've ever, maybe there's been one or two times that I've seen at protests where someone comes up with a camera and the person protesting sounds like they have a good reason to be there. That is just, it is amazing how rare that is. Get your boy, Steve. That's not, I don't know who this motherfucker is. I've never fucked this twink.
Safe.
And who do you think is doing that?
Currently, Donald Trump and Elon Musk and all of his cabinet members.
Why Elon Musk, though?
The Department of Government Efficiency, he was put in charge of a department that doesn't even exist before this, and he's not even an American.
Who's not an American?
Elon Musk.
Okay,
He's from South Africa. I don't know if you knew that.
How do you feel about Donald Trump?
Oh, good. This guy's against dual citizens. I'm with you. No dual citizens in our government.
I think that he deserves to die.
You should what?
Die.
Oh, God. Here we go. Oh, God. He looks like the shooter. This guy looks like the shooter, the Pennsylvania shooter.
Okay. All right.
That's how I feel.
So who do you want to run America?
It's very funny, too. This protester, I just thought about this dynamic here. You know that if this was a white guy with a Trump hat on, this protester would have already been spitting in his face. But because this is a black guy, he's totally like, you know, he's trying to be very cool about it. He's like, okay, this is a black guy. He has a do-rag on, so you know he's a real black guy. And you know, I have to respect my I have to acknowledge my privilege here and just do this interview because this poor black man needs my interview for some clicks on YouTube or something.
The people, preferably.
You want the people to run America?
Like a democracy should be. Yes.
Do you feel like the people voted for him?
I think the people were fooled.
Fooled by who?
Him.
How?
I don't.
It's
Dude.
a false consciousness.
It's a what?
It's a false consciousness.
What do you mean by that?
Okay,
Oh, wow. This is getting very deep.
so the.
Can I see your sign?
Can you see it?
No, I'm sitting right
To
here.
the camera.
No, to the camera, brother.
I'm
To the-
talking to you.
But I'm interviewing. I got a
I
mic.
don't care about that.
You decided to
I'm
talk.
here as an individual.
Individual.
I'm here as an individual.
Okay.
I'm talking to you as an individual.
Okay. Well, I want to see the sign. If you have a sign.
Read the sign.
Okay. All right. What the sign say? What does the sign say? Hold on, brother. What does the sign?
You go out of your way.
All people are
How
children
about that?
of the earth.
Yeah, all people are children of the earth. Can you disagree with that?
Oh, fuck, man. Is this one of those trick slogans? Is this one of those trick things like Black Lives Matter, where you go, oh, well, of course they matter. I guess no one can agree with or no one can disagree with your sign because it says Black Lives Matter. All people are children of the earth. And then this turns out this will be like some organization that fucking sells baby parts or something and buys mansions with the money.
Can you disagree with
No,
that?
I can't disagree.
What do you got to say about that?
Can't disagree.
Me neither.
Yeah. I love that, brother. Yeah. All people are people of the earth. I love that, man.
Well, that's fun. A real black guy. Yes, you know what I mean by this. I'm saying what he's thinking in his head, that's not like my opinion. All right, let me drop this because Twitter is lit, you guys. It is lit. Just like Alex Jones said when he had Kanye on his show praising Hitler, where he just goes, "It is lit. All right, check this shit out, you fucking scumbags. Remember the stabbing, guys? You remember? Stabby fundraiser for killer in Texas track meet stabbing rakes in $140,000. I still don't know who's the killer and who is the 4.0 GPA athlete. I haven't paid enough attention to this story to figure out which one's which. But one of these guys is a killer, and one of these guys has a 4.0 GPA. All right, let's click on this and find out. Oh, God. Oh, God. It took us to another tab. I'm going to have to bring you guys with me. Take a guess, fat pig. At the risk of being racist, I will not take a guess on that. Oh, that's not the right tab. Get out of there, you little tab. Oh, fundraiser for killer in Texas track. Guys, this is the world we live in. Okay, enough of the shtick. I know it's the black guy who stabbed the white kid, okay? I just think it's funny that a lot of the people posting it didn't say which one was which. Okay? I just think it's funny that they expect you to know which one was the killer and which one was the white kid with a 4.0 GPA. I just thought I got a big kick out of that. I can't help it. So, I'll keep it that. I'll stay down here. Okay, let's check it out. Fundraiser for a killer. In the wake of last week's shocking fatal stabbing of a star athlete at Texas high school track meet, the family of the admitted killer has rapidly raked in more than $140,000 in an online fundraiser. The donors attaching defiant messages describing the killer as the victim of racism and bullying. Oh boy. It was a self-defense stabbing to the heart. On Thursday, 17-year-old multi-sport athlete Austin Metcalf. See, that's where it confuses me. Sport athlete. That's where I started thinking maybe it is the black guy that was the athlete. I don't know. Austin Metcalf was stabbed in the heart in an incident that occurred in his Frisco Memorial High School team tent at a district UIL meeting UIL meet being held at a Kai Kendall Stadium in Frisco. Who gives a fuck if I even pronounce that right? According to the statements given by the police by witnesses, the trouble began when Metcalf told 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony of Centennial High School that he was in the wrong area of the stadium and should leave. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Damn, that ain't right. Nah, dog, nah. That's white privilege. Anthony is said to have grabbed his bag and opened it before saying, "Touch me and see what happens." per witnesses, when someone reaches into a bag and says that, you shouldn't touch. I don't want to victim blame here. I might be the only white person that's going to point this out, guys, but if someone says, touch me and see what happens, and they have their hand reaching down into a bag, you don't touch them. Just don't touch them. Per witnesses, varying characterizations, Metcalf either touched, well, there you go, grabbed or pushed Anthony, who suddenly produced a knife, which should have been obvious when he was reaching down into a bag. He wasn't going to give you a bouquet of flowers or give you last night's homework for you to copy, the answers to the quiz for tomorrow. Obviously, he's not going to give you any of those things I listed. So he suddenly produced a knife and delivered a single fatal stab to the chest before running off, which is kind of stupid. Okay, the white kid told you to leave, and you said, nah, I ain't moving, fam. And then he's like, no, you got to go. And he said, I ain't leaving. Touch me and see what happens. So then he stabs the white kid, but then he ends up leaving anyway. I mean, right? If you're going to stab somebody to stand your ground, you don't just run away after, right? You earned yourself the spot in the shade under that tent. Why would you run off after stabbing him? According to the arrest report, Anthony admitted to stabbing Metcalf because he put his hands on me. I told him not to. Oh, that went a little southern. I didn't mean. Anyway, and asked if his actions could be construed as self-defense. Oh, boy. Wouldn't that be nice? Anthony was charged with first-degree murder with a $1 million bond necessary to spring him from confinement. Anthony's family quickly launched a donation site for the Help Carmelo official fund on a page hosted on Give, Send, Go, the family wrote. This is the official support fund for Carmelo and his family during this challenging and difficult time. The narrative being spread is false, unjust, and harmful. As this is written, 3,927 donors from across the country have chipped in $141,037 too. The initial goal of 100,000 has been doubled to 200,000 because they all want new Nikes. So, along with their contributions, many wrote defiant messages like these. Oh, let's check it out, guys. Let's look at the filth. Let's look at these people who, they think it's wrong if you shoot their kid when they go in to rob your house, or they stick up the fucking Dollar Tree or something, and then they get shot, and then they complain. He was just stealing. He was just doing an armed robbery. He won't go shoot nobody. Let's see what these people. Oh, he was just robbing a liquor store. Let him go. Let's see what these people put when they contribute $2 to this fund. I'm very proud of this young man defending his God-given. Oh, here he goes. Look at how oh my God. Look at how every single fucking message they left has a sick, meaning they misspelled or used the wrong word. Look at how every message has a sick in it. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm very proud of this young man defending his God-giving right and slaying evil. It's supposed to be God-given, but good try. He needs to be released immediately. This real American hero. What? This real American hero? Everything about... Oh, my God, guys. Everybody. Sick. Meaning this was spelled wrong. Everybody deserves to be able to protect themselves regardless of skin color. Yeah, but there's escalation of violence, you fucking Neanderthals. You fucking idiots. You don't just fucking pull a knife on somebody in self-defense and stab them in the heart because they shoved you. You fucking idiot. We are being persecuted. Holy fucking retard. Holy fucking retard. We are being persecuted. Not persecuted. Persecuted. Holy fuck, man. Holy fuck. Did these people go to school? Oh my god, guys. This is what you should expect to see when people are donating to a fucking murderer. This is what you expect to see. Not now, let me make an exception here. Not for Luigi Mangione, because those are just good people with good tastes, and they know a good man when they see one. They know a sexy Italian when they see one, just like me. I almost sent a few dollars. Okay? But this is a different animal right here. This is a different beast. A black kid just stabs a white kid in the heart because he touched him and then just runs off. Don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff. Yeah, we all anyway. It was not your fault, baby boy. That must be his auntie. Stop targeting black Americans with violence, terrorism, and murder. You put this as a message donating to a murderer. Stop targeting black Americans with violence, terrorism, and murder. Holy shit. Anthony's lawyer has already said his client will plead self-defense. Anthony's statement that he stabbed Metcalf in the heart because he put his hands on me will make that defense difficult. It doesn't paint a picture of someone reasonably fearing death or major bodily harm. Yeah, see, this is the problem. He's already opened his mouth too much, which is another thing, guys. I don't want to, I'm not being, I'm not trying to be a piece of shit here or whatever, but we see it all the time. I guess it's every race does it. When you have people that are trifling ass hoes, no matter what race they are, and they get arrested, the cops read them their rights. And because they've been arrested before or they've watched Law and Order, they're just like, oh, yeah, I've heard this before. Yeah, you read me my rights. So that just means I'm in trouble. And then they talk to the cop afterward. Once they read you your rights, you're supposed to go, oh, yeah, I have the right to remain silent. So I should shut the fuck up. People just don't, when you're a trifling little fucking troublemaking piece of shit, it doesn't click for you in your stupid little brain. So you go, I stabbed him because he put his hands on me. That's what you end up saying. And then you made your lawyer's job 10 times as hard. It's going to cost you more, and you're still going to prison. Yeah, it doesn't, let me say, guys, this is the crazy thing is this guy could have maybe even gotten away with this if he didn't say that. Because I remember someone I think it was the brother. This guy's twin brother was describing the altercation, and the way he described it, it was that there were several people around. It was the brother, the two brothers, and I think one or two other people that were there. So I would say there would have even been a possibility that this guy could have gotten off with the self-defense argument if he said, I was surrounded by white kids that were doing threatening gestures or whatever he wanted to say. Their body language was threatening, and they told me I had to move. And I felt threatened by a group of white kids around me telling me I had to move. And so he pulled the knife just out of fear that he was going to get his fucking head stomped into the curb. Okay? He could have made, that would be his only chance. Or if there was even some history between these two kids and the white kid, and maybe even threatened him before. I'm just being as charitable. You know, I'm saying that there are some possibilities of the stabber getting off with this, but he ruined it. He already ruined it all. Tina. What's up, Bub Army Mom? What's up? Welcome. See you later, Thomas Gilson. Thanks for checking out the stream. Guys, please hit the like button and stuff. I hate to have to remind you every night. You know, I hate to have to say it every night, but yeah, if you wouldn't mind, hit the like button. It helps your favorite twink. Yeah, guys, this is crazy. Anthony's lawyer has already said Klein will plead. Okay. To the contrary, a jury may conclude that Anthony, yielding to impulse, used deadly force merely to defend himself from being dissed. Yeah. Meanwhile, a GoFundMe fundraiser initiated by the father of the slain star athlete titled Honoring Austin Metcalf, Help His Family Heal has raised over $250,000 from more than 4,900 donors. So they've both gotten, well, no, yeah. So the white kid got more money. The victim got more money through their donation thing. He was a bright young man with a great future ahead of him, and he was a little bit racist. No, I'm kidding. His father wrote, voted team MVP this past season and carried a 4.0 GPA. He was looking forward to taking his game to the next level. His commitment, dedication, leadership, and sheer grift and sheer grit made him rise to the level of success that he desired. Metcalf's twin brother was under the team tent as the sudden mid-morning horror unfolded. I put my hand on there, tried to make the bleeding stop. Oh, God. Grabbed his head and looked into his eyes. I just saw his soul leave, and it took my soul, too. That's fucked up. Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Let's go over here. I wanted to, let's see how they describe this. Let's see what these white people say about their white kid.
That's that new guy energy.
Fucking white people.
Find cover! We need evac at our last known position.
Where are you guys?
Break up! We are all coming back. Yes, sir!
When you can set up reliable Spectrum internet in minutes, you can feel at home in minutes.
Holy fucking Spectrum ad.
Just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore. And I don't understand it. Just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore.
Oh, that was the beginning. Okay.
And I don't understand it.
Just tell me about what happened today.
I don't know. I got a phone call from Hunter. He was screaming that Austin had been stabbed. I was at work, and so I drove. I work in Grapevine, so I drove up to the hospital straight away. I actually beat the ambulance there. Yeah, I saw them have him come out. He was on a lot of machines, and it didn't take long for them to come in to say that he had passed. So,
are these crisis actors? Did this really happen, guys?
Not sure. Senseless act of a boy that was in the wrong tent, and my son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was. And just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's my, just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore. And I don't understand it.
Tell me about Austin. What do you want people to know about your boy?
He was the most amazing kid. Oh, so smart. He had college football guys looking at him to play in college. His goal was to play in college. He just wanted to play football. His life was going to the gym and working out and being a leader on his football team. And he just had such
and beating up black kids,
ambitions and a drive that it's hard to find in a kid. And he's just such a good spirit. And so many kids loved him. And his brother lost his best friend.
They're twins, right?
Yeah, identical twins. Yeah.
They've been like,
they are the best of friends. Like, just
well, if there's one positive thing that came out of this, at least people won't get them confused anymore. I'm sorry. This is too sad. I'm sorry, guys. I have wires crossed in my head.
I'm so worried about my son because he's gonna have to.
This is so sad, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what's got over me.
Face this world alone now because he had.
Dude, that's so fucked up. I can't believe I said that. I'm just, guys, it's just a joke, you know? It's just a joke, guys.
A brother that was with him the whole time, and now he's gonna have to do it alone. And I'm just so worried about him. I really am.
Was Hunter with Austin Tariff?
He was. They made him go away when they were doing CPR on him, but he was there when he was stabbed, and he was holding, I guess, the wound to keep it from. He was trying to save his brother, but I think he said he saw when he took his last breath, and before the CPR came back in. So, for what I heard, he was unresponsive for 5 minutes. They were able to revive him a little, but I think it was too little, too late.
What can the
You know, this is just a shitty situation. If I'm trying to be real here, I'm not trying to talk shit or anything or make any crappy jokes. Look, now laugh. Why don't you chill out? Okay. So, again, guys, I'm not victim blaming here. I'm not taking sides on this. Okay. Obviously, he did not deserve to get stabbed. That is way out of line to stab someone in the heart because they touched you. I don't know what to what degree he was touched. But dude, this is one of those things where I look at this. We'll probably have to check out this one channel one night, guys. I'm thinking they won't hit me with like a bad copyright because I'm a huge fan of this channel, and it's not like the biggest, but you know, I just think about this one channel that I follow that breaks down self-defense videos and stuff like that, and this guy puts it out there, you know. He really spells it out, and sometimes it sounds like victim blaming to point out certain things that you could have done better as the victim in the situation. But dude, it may have sounded like I was joking when I said it. Guys, when someone's reaching into a bag and they're saying, "See what happens when you touch me," something like that, you don't go and touch them. Again, this brother, the twin brother, you know, it sucks. He was trying to help his brother when he was bleeding out. He should have been helping him by separating him in the situation. He was under the tent too. Once this guy started reaching into a bag and saying, "Touch me, see what happens," you should be like, all right. Come on, guys, split it up. We're good. Bro, you can chill. We're good. We're just telling you you're in the wrong spot. We're all good. Hey, it's all cool, bro. I like Biggie too. I listen to I listen to Doja Cat. I listen to Wiz Khalifa too, guys. Hey, everybody just relax. That would have been the best way to help your brother. And I hate to make it sound like that, guys, but that's just the truth. I know it sounds like, oh, there's white people, some white person's watching this like, oh, hell no, the black kid was in the wrong spot. The white kid's allowed to tell him where to go. That's true. You can tell him whatever, but you're not supposed to put your fucking hands on people. You know, it would have been, just think, guys, just think like, yes, this was a stabbing and it was egregious and terrible, but just think, had the black kid not had the knife and the white kid shoved him or like tried to lift him up or move him by his shirt, and the black kid just swung, hit him in the temple and killed him. This actually happened at my school. There were some kids that fought at Plant High School, but they went to the Steak and Shake across the street, which a lot of the times after school, I went to Plant High School in South Tampa, and I think the Steak and Shake is still there. Anyway, it was right across the street from a Steak and Shake, so people would go there right before school and after school and like hang out. And anyway, two kids got into a fight at the Steak and Shake across the street from my school. They went after school to settle a fight. One of the kids got hit in the temple and fucking died. So what if that happened? All the black kid would have had to say is, well, he fucking put his hands on me. And that would have been, oh, well, white people stop touching black kids when they tell you not to fucking touch them. You know, unfortunately, the white kid escalated it. Now, again, I have to say it 100 fucking times, I guess. Is it right that he got stabbed? No, but it's like, bro, you don't just fucking touch people. You think you're like you work out, huh? You're a football, you're whatever. Okay, cool, buddy. You're not supposed to fucking use that strength to just try and bend people to your will. Unfortunately, this kind of shit is going to happen. Again, the kid shouldn't have had a fucking knife at school or wherever, but it's like, yeah, man, everybody could have made better choices here, unfortunately. What are you saying, Tina? Let me read this. It's not like there wasn't adults present where this kid would feel more like he was threatened or had to defend himself. This was like a crowded place where even if something did get out of hand, not sure how we can use that as a defense. Someone told him to leave and then he stabs them. Well, no, but the thing is, Tina, is if there seems to be a little bit of there's reports that the white kid put his hands on the black kid. And I'm only, delineating race here to make it easier. But yeah, again, no, it's not. It's not right regardless. But still, the thing is, you just can't fucking put your hands on people. Bro, I don't like people putting their fucking hands on me. I fucking hate it. You know, like people I like and stuff, yeah, I'll give hugs and whatever. I don't like random fucking people touching me. I can't tell you guys how it makes me fucking irk. It just it kills me. That's why I haven't been back to a gay pride event. People just fucking put their hands on you. They just want to fucking put their hands on you and think it's okay. It makes me want to stab somebody.
Community do for your family?
They need to support the kids at the school. Austin was loved by so many people. They need to know that there's other people out there for them and not against them, and Frisco Memorial has got a football program it's in a process, and we want everybody to know that it's a family and they're there together. So, but just to put your arms wrap around and support. Says Hunter. Did you want to talk to him?
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
He's a good kid. We just got a little altercation that's really it. But he has a good heart. Everyone knows. Everyone around here knows he's a great kid. He just one mistake from that dude, and just took my brother. Just he didn't deserve it. No.
So, guys, here it sounds like, bro, it sounds like the brother knows his twin brother was gonna fucking maybe not beat the kid up, but he put his fucking hands on him, bro. He said his brother made one mistake, and then da 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 da. I mean, I'm just calling it how I see it, guys. It's you don't fucking anyway. Yeah.
No one deserves a loss from a family like that. I know people that lose their family members all the time, but I just didn't know it would be mine so soon. I'm not best friend with my brother my whole life, but if y'all could just like, not y'all, sorry, just like thank y'all for just comforting us in like the Frisco area has been comforting my family and me. And I just really appreciate everything that everyone's done. It's just it's a really hard loss, but we're gonna get through it with my family, so we'll just stay together.
Hi, I'm Brother Nature. My sister, Mother Nature, grows everything organic, but she needs me to make things extra delicious.
Don't make your commercials so happy when you put them on. That we need some sad commercials. Give me an ad for some antidepressant or something.
I mean, our relationship is really the tightest I've ever seen in somebody, like between two human beings. I mean, we did everything together, clean the dishes together, do the artwork together, sports. You name anything in the world, it's always us two and one thing. So you're always just basically one person.
You guys just a few minutes apart?
4 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Austin was first by 4 minutes. He got stuck in me.
So technically, your bigger brother.
Yes, ma'am. He does a lot of big brother stuff around. He's always on my back. Even if I'm in the wrong, he'll always take my side no matter what it is. So it's just really heartbreaking to see someone that cares for you that much and does everything even by your side no matter what, just pass away like that.
Mm-hmm. Your mom told me that you were there.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't mind, what happened?
Oh God, what do these fucking reporters think that they are? You're not a fucking therapist, bitch. Fuck you. Tell me what happened. Tell me about the blood gushing from your brother's chest, please, if you don't mind.
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. This kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So just that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him, but
it was just senseless.
Okay, so if he just touched his backpack, this is way, way, way out of line to get stabbed over. But if you grab the kid, that's different.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything for our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid.
Mm-hmm.
He was strong. And
guys, you know what? I mean, I hate to say I'm not sympathetic towards the kid, the one doing the stabbing, but I'm just telling you guys, in the mindset of a kid that's in school and you're forced to go to school, guys, like, I didn't get bullied. I was a goth kid, but I had enemies. I had people I had to fucking deal with, and they were in groups. They traveled in packs and stuff. Dude, I got you guys, if you I don't know if it's available publicly, but if you look up my record, I got arrested and suspended. I'm surprised I did not get expelled, but I got arrested for bringing a knife to school. I hate to bring it up now. I didn't plan on using it on anybody. It was actually an accident. But dude, I always, especially when I was a kid and I was like on antidepressants and fucked up in the head. And dude, when people would talk shit to me and it would fuck up my day and stuff. In my head, I just got thinking, well, I can, if I fucking stab someone in the eye with a pencil or something. I thought about stabbing people a few times when I was in school. I mean, it came across my mind a lot, actually. I fucking hated going to school, okay? I hated dealing with normie kids and their little fucking cliques and whatever. I fucking hated it, okay? But in my head, I sort of had this rationality that, okay, well, if someone talks shit to me, I'm just minding my own business when I would go to school. I'd be in all black. I'd have like eye makeup and lipstick on and all of it. And when people would say something fucked up to me, and I always respond. I never felt like I was bullied. Let me just put that out there. I did not get bullied. I actually got the upper hand in a lot of situations. Let me tell you. When you're getting fucked with as a goth kid, a gay goth kid at school, and then you call people's bluffs, I'm telling you guys, no one wants their ass kicked by the gay goth kid. The slightest, and I was in weightlifting in high school too, and people knew it. I wasn't like a completely scrawny little piece of shit. I was in weightlifting, and people knew like I took it. I could lift pretty good for my size. For sure, for my size, I was way stronger than most of the people in my class. But anyway, none of them fucking jock kids, preppy kids, I'm telling you, none of them wanted to experience the emasculating effects of having your ass kicked by a gay goth kid. So it just like I almost never had to fight anybody. Well, I was willing to though, and I was aggressive sometimes. It almost never happened that I had to fight anybody. But I always thought about fighting people and or stabbing them. I was a goth kid, so I wasn't into guns, thankfully. I was a little bit of a hippie, also goth kid. So I would have never brought a gun to school. But anyway, yeah, I was fucked up in the head, and my rationale was, well, they are escalating. If someone guys, I would justify it in terms of someone just saying something to me. I didn't understand the concept of freedom of speech, and that's like one of the most fundamental things for like a functioning society is to have, basically have freedom of speech. And I had no respect for that when I was a little kid. So in my head was like, okay, well, if they're going to talk shit to me, I could fucking stab them or go up and punch them or whatever, because they escalated first. So I was minding my own business. Someone escalated and fucked with me and got me pissed off. So it's okay if I then escalated another level and do something physical. That's like, and I know this is one of the things when I'm looking at some of the crazy liberal people that are keying Teslas and all this shit. Guys, I get it. I've been there. I've been living thinking like that. I get it. I've been inside the K-Dog. What's up? What's up? Thanks for joining us. How's it going, family? Guys, I've been in this state of mind. I totally get it. When some people, I think, actually look at certain crazy people or people doing irrational, fucked up things that go against American, like Western values, and they don't get it. They see it and they don't get it. They're just puzzled by it and they think it's crazy. I fucking get it because I've been there. Anyway, let's watch a little more of this and we'll probably get out of here soon.
And I know I'm strong too, but he's a little stronger. But he did a lot for our family and a bunch of stuff that we just don't recognize. And it's just like, especially throughout our friends too, like everyone knew, like he was the peacemaker. So I'm saying, like, heard someone who really makes peace, really calms peace down. He makes everything sail smoothly. And because I get upset, but then he calms me down. He was just always there for me. So it's just really heartbreaking to see like how this happened.
my goodness. You guys are so
17.
Yeah, they'll be 18 in July.
I saw a lot of articles say you guys were 16. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they're 17.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Austin wanted to play football.
He would have played college football.
he would have.
He,
For sure.
he definitely used his mindset, his skill level, his IQ at the game was probably the best I've seen in the Frisco area.
Yeah.
As a linebacker, he was a stud, and I always try to fill those shoes with him and play with him. And I had a blast my whole life playing sports with him my whole life. It was just me and him always good against people. And our last year together was this year, so it's just really heartbreaking not to see him next year on the field.
I'm so sorry, my love. Oh my goodness. I saw that he won like linebacker of the year.
For the Frisco Memorial, he was
Second team all district, which
Second
he should
team
have been
all-district.
first.
Yeah.
But it's just everyone knows around this area the impacts of what he does for football and what he does for families and friends. Like, he's just a great guy overall to be around, and it's
hard
just
worker.
extremely. It's just really hard. It's just really hard to see someone go like that just for like recklessness.
My focus of my story is, of course, on Austin. That is what's most important. But what would you say about the suspect and what's next?
I don't know anything about him. We have nothing to say.
I've never met this kid until right then. It really was under 30 seconds, this altercation. I've never met this kid in my entire life. And it's just...
And to be honest with you, we don't want to give him any recognition or any care, because we have no desire to have anything to do with that man. So
if Austin can hear you, what would you say to him?
I'd say that's really hard, but I'd say a lot of things because I saw him before his last moments, and it was just
how much we loved him. He knew that.
He knew how much I loved him, how much I do for him. I do anything for him.
Yeah.
No matter what. He's called me. I think anything that he needs, I'll do it for him. He's just a great guy. So when you have a great guy, you want people to be around you. They're going to be around you no matter what. Like, he's a great leader. That's why I always want to tell him, like, I always wanted to be like him in that sense. Is like how he just communicates and has great ways with people all the time. And I always looked up to him for like that. He wasn't a big brother in a sense, the same age, but he was a big brother to me.
We just want to make sure that everybody knows how much that Austin is going to be still in our lives, as far as in our memories and our hearts forever. You know, it's going to be really hard. This is going to be really hard.
I see how much you
Good time for an ad. All right, well, luckily there were two of them, so I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry, Chad. Guys, I can't just leave you on a depressing note like that. All right. Lovers, thank you for joining us in the stream. I hope it wasn't too fucked up for you. I'm going to get out of here. I got to cook dinner. Oh, guys, new podcast. New podcast has been recorded. Okay? Episode 3 of the DMS BRN podcast, Lovers. It is recorded and sent, so it should be up soon. This week, guys, listen to me. Listen to me, okay? This podcast, you guys have to listen to it. This one is about the stolen parody song. We're going there, guys. We're going there, okay? That's all I'm going to say about it. You guys have to, and once they post it, I'll tease it or something. I hope there's no problems with it getting posted or something. But anyway, you got to check it out. If you guys remember, thank you, Hysteric Eric. I hope this, what'd you say? I hope this kid has a spare 4 trillion. Who are you talking about? The white kid? Yeah, guys. Remember, on the stream, live on the stream, we talked about a song of mine that may or may not have been stolen. We're going to break this. Well, it has been broken down. I broke this down on the new podcast, okay? So you guys have to go listen to it to get the full story. I found the parody song. You guys remember, it was a certain parody song I did, and then I found a podcast within the BRN world. Somebody, one of the podcast shows talked about how they did a parody song, and I was like, oh wow, I did that same parody song. That's interesting. And I couldn't find it. Well, I found it. Okay. So my investigation has concluded, and I'm putting all the information is in the podcast. You got to check it out, guys. All right. It's a wild ride, this one. Anyway, I promise it's a fun listen. It's not just it's not just me stirring the pot. It's a good listen. So I'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys for hanging. Truth is, Donald, Hysteric Eric, Fat Pig, Jolly Holly. Thank you all you guys for hanging with me till the end. I really appreciate K-Dogs up in here, Tina. Thank you guys so much. I hope it wasn't too depressing at the end there. I'm sorry about my comments. I can't control myself. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Number one, first in the Bubba Army chat in the morning. I will be in there. So I will see you there. And then I'll see you in Scott Starbird's chat. I'm always in there. He starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. Then Stein goes on at 7. I'll be in there in that chat. And then I go live at 8 o'clock, lovers. So that's the schedule for tomorrow. All content, all day. I like our little lineup we have. Scott, Stein, and myself, and Bubba in the morning, waking us all up. I like our lineup. I think it's fun. It really is. It's like a little community. We all do our own stuff. We don't just like rip each other off, but we all kind of promote each other and cover a little bit of the same topics, and we overlap just barely. It's like a Venn diagram amongst 4 different shows or something. It's kind of cool. I like it. All right, guys. Thank you all for the support. Please hit the like button, all that shit. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.